Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. My name is Tony. This is the 15-Minute Gamer, and today I'll be giving you my quick impressions on Thunder Helix. It's out now in early access and is currently 10% off at just over £15. As always, before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe to help this channel edge ever closer to 10,000 subs. It would mean a lot. Doing a slight deviation here at the beginning, as I think this might be a deciding factor for some people, as this game stands in early access for £15. You get one campaign, which is basically a mission with a bunch of objectives and one free roam mode. There are 3 helicopters and that's it. There is no other content. However, the developer is being honest with that. It's all in the Steam chat, it's good to see, and the reviews are sitting at a really good score, so obviously people don't mind, but as I'm giving my impressions, that is something to make you guys aware of. So with that being said, let's get into gameplay. Thunder Helix is a love letter to the flight sims of the 90s. The presentation has many nods to that retro era with like screensaver, DOS text mode, the joystick calibration, can you remember doing that in the old days? And a few more. If you played Desert Strike, you will know kind of what you're getting into here. Gameplay wise, there isn't a huge amount to talk about at the moment. You take off, you destroy some targets and fly home. If you get killed, you get the good old continue screen with like lives. Remember those? You get like 3 lives and then it's game over. Controls wise, I had no issues here. I controlled with the mouse and keyboard. You can also use HOTAS, and I found flying and the controls pretty easy. It's very arcadey in how it controls, it's not like a full-blown sim. However, one thing I will say is I found turning to be super slow, which got a bit annoying. I think that could be improved on. Sounds, graphics, and bugs. Obviously, when it comes to graphics, I mean, this is rooted in the 90s. Graphics are a crisp VGA at 256 colour or EGA at 16 colour. And hold your breath for this, an awesome 320 by 200 resolution. When you first start playing it, it's actually pretty difficult to tell the difference between a camel and a tank. So yeah, in the beginning, it's a little bit difficult to understand what's going on because of them pixels. It would be nice if it went up just a little bit. But weirdly, by the time you start playing it, you do start seeing past the pixels and recognizing things. It's almost like the Matrix, when he sees it. However, once you get up close and personal with the models, they're really well done. Music and sounds, again, very based in the 90s. It's based on digitized samples. So again, it is quite basic up to modern standards, but this is what we had in the 90s. So saying that, for what it's going for, it achieves it. Bugs, I didn't see anything wrong there. It ran super smooth, as you can imagine, on a 3080, and it takes up like 8 megabytes on your hard drive, so you won't need an SSD on this one. Fun factor, this is where we start moving into being a bit more objective. So, this is a fun game for what there is. I enjoyed my hour or so playing, but that was half the issue. I felt after an hour or two, I had seen it all. There isn't really much here at the moment that's making me want to come back for more, and I was a little disappointed with the amount of content available. For me, there's no real replayability here. It's the sort of game I'll probably revisit every time there's an update to see what's new. So overall, first impressions are everything, and sometimes it's really hard to cover really early access games like this, especially when it's made by one guy. In respect to them, and he seems to massively care for the project. I've played many early access games when you can tell the developer is there to make a quick buck and doesn't care. This guy is definitely not doing that from what I can tell. And the roadmap has a lot of features which I think could have great potential. The art direction is super interesting and it's functional and not a broken experience. It's a game that works and does what it needs to pretty well. However, to be balanced, £15 isn't cheap. And at this exact moment in time, it's a very bare bones experience with its 1 campaign mission and 1 free flight mission. Which, to be fair, is going to keep the average gamer interested, like me, for a few hours tops. It felt a bit too close to a demo than a game for me. It's also missing basic things with, say, like button prompts or hints to start, which I would have expected as a minimum. Like, How would a new player who's not played this sort of game before know how to winch ammo and fuel? Unless if they played Desert Strike, they wouldn't. And I think some sort of tutorial or practice area with a bunch of things to blow up, telling you the controls and the commands, would have added a little more to that much needed content. This is one of them projects. If you want to support the guy, you can see the roadmap, you can see where he wants to go, and you want a bit of nostalgic fun, then fine. I think you're really going to enjoy it. But really understand there is not much here, and you're going to be investing in a project. It's not a bad game at all. There's just not much there at this point in time. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye.